What's good, Josh? The guy Makai. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All that nonsense, you know what to do. And today we're gonna be talking about, the Milwaukee Bucks and what they should do regarding Giannis Antedekounmpo. Now, as you know, Giannis Antedekounmpo, one of the best players in the world, unstoppable in the paint, great transition player, great defender. We know Giannis Antedekounmpo is great, but the Milwaukee Bucks just can't seem to get the pieces around him and get the talent around him to really compete for a championship. And his lack of a jump shot just doesn't help matters at all. And I'm not saying that in the future he can, develop a jump shot, but I don't think Milwaukee has time to, allow him to develop one because the clock is ticking. Teams are only getting better, and it's like, are we really gonna be stuck with this guy, this great MVP level player, two-time MVP? We know he's great. Are we really gonna be stuck with this player just to not win a championship, and we're gonna give him a max contract for that? No. And is Giannis gonna be like, this team is a small market, we're not gonna attract any free agents, and they're not gonna make a big splash in the trade market or the trade deadline market or the free agency market, buyout market. They're not gonna make any big moves, but any move they have to make has to include Giannis. So today I'm here to tell y'all why they should trade Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because let's take a look at the past history of the NBA. A lot of players that say, "Oh, I want to spend my career with this team. I'll never leave this team. I want to re-sign when I get the chance." A lot of those players have turned their back on that team. Kyrie Irving, last year or 2 years ago with the Celtics, he tells them, "I want to stay with y'all." He tells a whole stadium full of Celtics fans, "I want to stay with y'all. I want to re-sign when I get the chance. Boston is my home." And what did he do to them? He left them for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant, he let OKC assume that he was going to re-sign with them, and look what happened to them. He left them in the dust and went to Golden State to better his career. Now, I'm not saying that Giannis is Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. I'm not saying that. I can't speak for Giannis's mind, but all I can do is look at the history, look at guys who've said, "I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm loyal to this franchise." And just look. So what I'm saying is, nowadays you can't take players at their word. And if I'm the Bucks, I don't want to lose Giannis for nothing, because you don't have anything else to for the future. You really have nobody. Your second best player is Chris Middleton, then Eric Bledsoe. You're not gonna have good draft picks because you're gonna be a playoff team. You're not gonna if Giannis leaves, you're not gonna be some lottery team. You're still gonna make the playoffs, but it'll just be a waste of a long time. And it's like, I'm not losing my franchise star for nothing. We've seen how that can really cripple a franchise. We saw what happened at OKC. That's a bad example because they got Paul George not too soon after. But you see what happens to What happened to Cleveland when LeBron left. When they lost LeBron for nothing, they were a trash franchise until he went back. So who would trade for Giannis? Giannis is looking very attractive in the trade market. The Warriors want him definitely. They would have to put together a package of definitely that second round pick. They got Minnesota's pick. They got Andrew Wiggins, because they're going to have to unload that huge contract Andrew Wiggins has to take on a max contract for Giannis. So the Warriors look attractive with a trade there, but I don't know if they do that because I'm hearing that they want to keep that second pick and they want to, pick somebody who could really help their team. And I hear that they like Andrew Wiggins, and if I'm the Warriors, I'm not going to do that because Andrew Wiggins is a just fine small forward. He's not, some superstar like they projected him to be, but he's a good player. He's just fine at the small forward spot for that team who already has stars. Now, Miami Heat, that's the team that's making a lot of noise, and reports that they want to trade for Giannis. They want Giannis to, be next to Jimmy Butler, see what they can do. But you gotta realize, in Miami, there's a culture. A lot of those players have bought into that culture. Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson. It's like an underdog mentality culture, and it's like, does Pat Riley really want to break up that team so soon when you haven't even let these players develop and see what they can really do? I don't think Pat Riley wants to do that. And if I'm Pat Riley, I'm not trading Giannis. I don't want to trade my young guys, who are definitely going to have to go if I do decide to trade for Giannis. Another team, Dallas. The Mavericks, I can't imagine a world where they get to keep Kristaps Porzingis, after trading for Giannis. But if they think, if they're looking at Kristaps and they're saying, he's always injured. You see what happened in the playoffs. He got injured. Maybe they're the ones who knocked the Clippers off in the first round and not Denver. If you know, if Kristaps Porzingis is not injured. But you know what I'm saying? Dallas can make a big splash with that. If I'm Dallas, that's the team that I really want to see get Giannis. I really want to see what Luka can be like next to, a consistently healthy star. Because Kristaps Porzingis, you got to realize, he's 7'3", so he's always going to have leg problems. The taller players, especially when somebody who's a little athletic like him, likes to move a lot, he's going to have leg problems for the rest of his career, and that's just going to be an issue for, his entire tenure with the Dallas Mavericks, if it's not for the rest of his career. And if I'm Luka, and if I'm, Rick Carlisle, Mark Cuban, I'm looking at him like, we can't be affording for you to go out, in big moments. Like, it's cool that you went on the playoffs this year, but imagine if we're making, a serious title push. Do I really want to risk Kristaps Porzingis going down with some knick-knack, tic-tac injuries? Nah, I don't really want to do that. So maybe I'm really pushing for Giannis to go to Dallas just to see how that would shake the NBA up. And, next season we got a really, really good season, shaping up for us. Golden State's coming back, the Lakers are coming back, the Clippers are coming back. The Nets are going to emerge as a serious problem in the East with KD coming back and Kyrie coming back. So I would hate to see Giannis waste his prime in similar fashion to what LeBron did, but not exactly the same, because you got to realize LeBron had a terrible, awful team that he really had to carry that whole franchise on his shoulders to the finals where they got swept, and eventually he just left. With Giannis, it's like the team is built around him for him. He has a bunch of shooters on the floor at all times. He has a solid second star in Chris Middleton, but it's like it's not enough. And if I'm Giannis, I'm not wasting my entire career just because I want to stay loyal. Like I've said in a past video, loyalty is dead. Because if it's the other way around, the team will snake you and just sell you out immediately. So I'm not being loyal to a franchise that would snake me at the first chance they have. So, both the Bucks and Giannis need to, smarten up, wise up. Giannis needs to realize things are gonna get worse before they get better in Milwaukee. Milwaukee needs to realize you can't take these NBA players at their word, because they will leave just like that. Because you gotta imagine, if there's a great opportunity for Giannis to win, what do these NBA players play basketball for? To win basketball games, to win championships. And Giannis, he seemed like the type to really, really want to win a championship. And he just saw his little brother win one, although he didn't play, but he's coming back, as a champion. He still considers him a champion. You saw the video at the airport with him greeting him, and it's like, if Giannis really, really wants to win the championship as much as he says he does, he needs to realize that's not going to happen in Milwaukee anytime soon, in my opinion. Especially with how talented the rest of the league is, especially the East now. And Milwaukee needs to realize we can't just lose him for nothing. We need to get young assets for the future. We need picks. We need young players so that we can build for the future before it's too late. So yeah, that's why the Bucks should trade Giannis Antedekounmpo, because it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Anyway, if you said to the end of this video, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.